made it back, and for only driving on 3 wheels, this car did really well in the snow. Welcome back to Living with a Classic, and yes, it just started snowing again. I can't remember if this is the 3rd or the 4th day in a row when it snowed. We've gotten quite a bit, and we have my winter beater over there, my $500 SAAB. Put winter tires on it, but I haven't tried it out in the snow, and really what I want to do is just dig it out and get some snow off it so I'm ready to go somewhere in case I need to. We do have the Range Rover, as you may know, my wife's car, but sometimes she's away with it, or you know, something might happen to the Range Rover. I need to go pick her up, and this is the other car that is pretty much available with winter tires on it. So let's see if it fires up. It's been sitting for a week. Let us remove some of the snow. We got to shovel it out as well, I think, because have a look at this. Not sure if you can tell, but it's quite deep here. Got some snow drifts and things. So shovel it out, and then we'll just drive it on the roads over here. They're a little bit cleared of snow. They're not salted. So there's still a bunch of snow on there, and just get a feel for how this car handles in the snow. Okay, we have snow drifts up here. So I think we gotta go around back to get inside it. And yeah, you see the massive snow drift over here as well. Let me get some gloves on so I can clear the snow up here. Okay. Because I do live up on a mountain, it's always windy, so we get a lot of snow drifts here. So it's really hard to say just how much snow we've gotten. It's definitely more than this, because that's just blown off the SAAB. But, ooh, that opened nicely. And we do have an interior light on, so let's see if this thing fires into life. Oh, it's very dark in here with all the snow. And yeah, I drove this a week ago, so hopefully it still fires into life. And get the immobilizer off. Ah, there we go. Good old SAAB. Okay, we'll put on the heated rear window. Put on a little bit of fan. Now I'm just gonna go and clear off all the snow and dig the car out and see if we can get out of here. All right, let's see if we can get out of here. I mean, we're not going anywhere far, just really going sort of around the block. But what I really just want to feel is, how does this thing react in the snow? Is it, you know, so far, it's doing pretty well. I think I just got to stop and clear the windscreen a bit. a bit of moisture on the inside, and I can't really have the fans on max with you guys in the car, but let me see here. Use my sweater to just clear it a little bit. It's a little bit foggy still, but we should be able to see a little bit better now. So far, things are feeling pretty good. I don't know why the car just seems to want to pull to the left. I think I'm gonna have to go out and investigate. I mean, I haven't driven with these tires on. I just put them on where it sits at the moment, and maybe there is something wrong. I'm gonna go out, stop up here. The road gets a little bit wider. Go out and investigate, and I mean, that's what this test ride is all about, seeing what is up with this car when it gets a little bit snowy. All right, not such good news. So that tire was hitting in the snowdrift, and it is almost completely flat. So I'm just gonna go a little bit further ahead, turn around. I couldn't see it because there was snow up this high on the tire. Turn around and go back. Hopefully it doesn't go off the bead. We can pump some air in it and hopefully save it. But all of them had air when I put them on, but it was snowing right after that, and that was a couple days ago, and I haven't seen at all, you know, that I had a slow leak on that tire, or maybe it was just low when I put on. I don't really know, but we're gonna turn around here and make our way back. Luckily, we're only a couple hundred meters from my house, so we should make it back. Made it back, and for only driving on 3 wheels, this car did really well in the snow. That is completely flat there. So let's get a compressor out, get some air into that, and see if we can hear any hissing or something, or if it just was very low when I put it on, and then driving it made it worse. Not really sure. Very silly mistake, but it was in this snowdrift. I had no idea it was flat. I think all the other ones are fine. I mean, I could see all the other tires and they're completely fine, but let me go get some air to put in that one. I lifted the car with a jack, and I was able to pop it back onto its speed, and I don't know, it helped airing out for a little bit at least. So let's try it again. It was a short little drive. Maybe it was just a little low, and then when I sort of gave it the beans to back out of here the first time because I didn't want to get stuck, maybe I just sort of hit the snowdrift here and popped it off the bead because it was low. Don't really know, but I've checked all the other ones. They're all pretty good. They were a tiny bit low, so I topped them all up a little bit. But let's go for a quick drive, and then you can also see when we get back if that thing has gone down a lot or not. All right, let's try again. The good thing is I had the car sitting on there with max heat the whole time. So now it's nice and toasty in here, and most of the moisture has cleared out. Okay, it's not pulling to the left anymore, so that's good. But not going for a long drive now, especially with what just happened. And that's really why I went on this for a test, because these tires, they just came with the car. They aren't dry rot or anything. They're not that old, but I don't know really anything about them. So we're just gonna go for a little drive, sort of see how it feels. I think we'll go as far as we got before, and then I'll check the tire. And if it's not completely low, then maybe we'll go a little bit further. But I hope you guys are getting a good view of the winter wonderland here. It's absolutely gorgeous in my opinion, even though it is quite cold and wet. All right, tire is still on the bead. I don't have a flat this time, and it's snowing even more now. Let's continue just a little bit further. I just want to see how the car does on these roads. We'll just go, far enough so I can walk home. But these are pretty much unplowed roads since yesterday, I believe, and we've had a bit of snow since then. And if you're wondering, the trick to driving on sort of loose snow like this is speed. I'm not saying, too much speed, not Jeremy Clarkson speed, but keep momentum up, because if you hit a snowdrift or something, it's better if you just glide through it than if you get stuck on it, because then you probably won't get out. Not in a pretty low car like this one. But the good thing about the SAAB is the heater is amazing. This thing is almost uncomfortably hot inside. You cannot run it on max. I don't even know why the heater goes up that high in this car. So it seems like I've done well with my $500 winter beater car. It just started out as a $500 cheap car to run around to the lumberyard with and pour things in, because I didn't want to put nice things, in the Range Rover. And then I started thinking about it. Last winter I drove the XJ6. It did really well. However, I was working from home. I'm still working from home, but until a couple of weeks ago, I was supposed to go back to the office in January. I maybe still am, but who knows what happens with all these new things in the world, let's just say that. But then I figured, that would be a lot of driving on salty roads. Last winter I drove on non-salty roads. I just drove up here on the mountain, down to daycare and back, and that was pretty much no salty roads at all. I didn't drive on any highways, just on small roads, and that was fine. But I don't want to put months of driving on salt on that car, even though it's very rust proofed, and I actually think it would do equally well as a modern car. But then I thought, what, a SAAB is going to be a good winter car, and we can try this as a winter beater. So let's turn around here, and theoretically, front wheel drive and Swedish manual, and it came with studded winter tires as well, which when you live up here, studded winter tires are a must. Unless you have a four-wheel drive, you need regular winter tires we have on the Range Rover, but anything else, studded is the way to go. So I think this SAAB is going to do really well, and so far it's going great. It's just that tire thing, but I'm going to let it sit. We'll see if it has a slow leak or something. I checked now when I removed the caps, all the valve stems look brand new underneath. They're all still bronzy, goldeny. So I think that they were replaced when they put the tires on, which I don't think is that long ago. So hopefully everything should be good. Do we dare go for fourth? Yeah, there we go. This thing is so low that's just the mud flaps, which are really weirdly mounted on this car. They're in the middle, are scraping onto the ground. But otherwise, that was that. Very, very happy with this old thing. So I think that will be it for this video. Just a really, really short thing, trying out the SAAB, seeing how it is. If I, have the choice of two cars at home, I'm going to grab the Range Rover when the weather is like this. But if my wife is away, or if the Range Rover were to break down or something when she's away and I want to, go and get her because the kids are in there or something, I want to know that I can depend on the SAAB. But also come January, if I am going back to the office, this will be the car I drive to the office until the snow is cleared, and then it would probably be one of the Jacks or the Daimler. But I think the winter beater is doing well. Let me know in the comments down below if you live somewhere where you have a winter beater, or a vehicle that you really only use for winter driving exclusively. And I'd love to hear about that. Also, let me know if you want to have any updates on the SAAB through its winter adventures. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, until next time, I'm Adam, and this was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.